You've seen the ruins, stone columns, giant blocks, intricate carvings. But here's what they never teach you. Ancient temples were not built for worship, at least not in the way we think. They were built as technological devices, machines designed to interact with energy, consciousness, and the cosmos. Across Egypt, Greece, India, South America, you find the same patterns. Temples aligned to celestial events, stones that conduct and resonate with specific frequencies, sacred geometry encoded in every measurement. Why? Because the ancients understood something we've forgotten. Reality is vibration, and when you master vibration, you master reality. Temples weren't places to pray to distant gods. They were environments crafted to elevate human consciousness, to tune the mind and body to higher frequencies. In these spaces, initiates experienced expanded awareness, enhanced intuition, profound energetic shifts. And this is why so many temples were built over earth energy nodes, to amplify these effects. But modern interpretations strip this knowledge away, turning advanced spiritual science into simple mythology. Yet the evidence remains in stone, alignment, and resonance. And if you stay with this, you'll see the temples still work. You just need to know how to engage with them. So if this sparks curiosity, consider subscribing. There's much more to uncover. Next, you'll learn how ancient builders encoded specific frequencies into temple architecture. Stay tuned. How did ancient builders encode frequency into stone? Through geometry, materials, and placement. Every measurement in a sacred temple was intentional, not just for beauty, but for resonance. Geometry, ratios like phi, 1.618, and the square root of 2 were used because they align with natural harmonics. These proportions create standing waves, vibrational fields that influence consciousness. Materials. Stones like granite and limestone were chosen for their piezoelectric properties. They convert mechanical pressure into electrical energy. When exposed to sound or movement, these materials vibrate, subtly affecting the energy of anyone inside. Placement. Temples were built over geomagnetic hotspots, Earth's natural energy lines. These sites amplify subtle frequencies, making the temple itself a kind of tuning chamber. And then there was sound. How did ancient builders encode frequency into stone? Through geometry, materials, and placement. Every measurement in a sacred temple was intentional, not just for beauty, but for resonance. Geometry, ratios like phi, 1.618, and the square root of 2 were used because they align with natural harmonics. These proportions create standing waves, vibrational fields that influence consciousness. Materials. Stones like granite and limestone were chosen for their piezoelectric properties. They convert mechanical pressure into electrical energy. When exposed to sound or movement, these materials vibrate, subtly affecting the energy of anyone inside. Placement. Temples were built over geomagnetic hotspots, Earth's natural energy lines. These sites amplify subtle frequencies, making the temple itself a kind of tuning chamber. And then there was sound. Many ancient temples weren't just physical spaces. They were dimensional gateways, carefully engineered to alter consciousness and open access to higher realms. How? Through the combination of sacred geometry, shaping space to create energetic vortices, resonant frequencies, sound and chant to entrain the brain to altered states, earth energies, amplified through geomagnetic alignments, When properly activated, these temples acted as portals, allowing trained initiates to experience visions, contact non-physical intelligences, and receive profound insights. Modern science gives us clues. Certain frequencies can induce gamma brainwaves linked to heightened awareness. Acoustic standing waves can create altered states. Exposure to geomagnetic hotspots affects the pineal gland, sometimes called the third eye. Now imagine combining all these factors in a single space. That was the true function of many ancient temples. They weren't built for tourists or even for mass gatherings. They were initiation chambers, places where seekers trained to transcend ordinary perception. And here's the deeper truth. This technology isn't lost. It still works, if you know how to engage with it. Many modern seekers are rediscovering these principles, using sound, geometry, and focused intention to create their own sacred spaces. If this speaks to you, consider subscribing. There's so much more to explore in this ancient science. Next, we'll dive into how temple initiations worked and what they were truly designed to awaken within the human being. Stay tuned. Initiation in ancient temples wasn't a casual ritual. It was a profound inner transformation designed to awaken latent human potential. Candidates underwent a carefully crafted journey. First, purification, fasting, silence, breathwork, preparing the body and mind to receive higher frequencies. Next, isolation in darkness. Many temples had inner chambers where initiates spent hours or even days in complete darkness. Why? Because in darkness, the pineal gland activates, producing visionary chemicals and heightened awareness. Then, exposure to sacred sound. Chants, harmonic tones, and resonant instruments tune the initiate's energy field, bringing them into coherence with the temple's vibrational structure. At the peak of the process, symbolic death and rebirth, initiates were guided through experiences that dissolved ego and illusion, opening direct perception of the deeper layers of reality. And the result? Enhanced intuition, expanded consciousness, direct experience of oneness with the cosmos. This wasn't philosophy. It was felt truth, etched into every cell of the body. And here's why this mattered. An awakened being, aligned with cosmic principles, is not easily controlled. They move from inner knowing, not external programming. This is why true initiation was reserved for the worthy, and why so few today understand what temples were really built for. But this knowledge is returning, and in the next part, you'll learn how the structure of the temples themselves was designed to support this transformation. Stay tuned, and if this is resonating, drop a comment. What part of the initiation path speaks to you most? The structure of ancient temples wasn't arbitrary. Every stone, every angle, every proportion served a purpose: to create an energetic environment that supported the initiate's transformation. Let's break it down. Geometry. Temples encoded sacred ratios, phi, pi, root 2, that naturally harmonize energy flow. Moving through these spaces subtly entrained the nervous system, guiding the initiate into states of coherence and expanded awareness. Material selection. Stones like granite and basalt carry high quartz content, perfect for conducting subtle energy. Certain metals were embedded to amplify resonance. Acoustic design. Temple chambers were engineered to enhance specific frequencies. When chants or tones were sounded, standing waves filled the space, creating tangible shifts in consciousness. Light and shadow, windows and openings were positioned to align with celestial events, activating different parts of the temple at key times. Initiates would experience light moving in harmony with cosmic cycles, deepening their sense of connection to the greater whole. Together, these elements turned the temple into more than a building. It became a living interface between human consciousness and universal intelligence. Stepping into such a space wasn't passive. The temple worked on you, tuning your body, your mind, your very cells to higher frequencies. This is why ancient texts speak of profound visions and awakenings inside these structures. And here's the key. These design principles can still be applied today. If you'd like to explore how to create your own mini temple space at home, let me know in the comments. In the next part, we'll explore how the decline of temple science led to the loss of this knowledge and why it's resurfacing now. Stay tuned. So if the ancients understood so much about energy and consciousness, why was this temple science lost? It wasn't lost by accident. As centralized religions and political powers rose, they suppressed systems of direct experience because such systems empower the individual. Temples were either destroyed, converted, or stripped of their energetic functions. Ritual became dogma. Science became superstition. Direct initiation was replaced by blind belief. Keep the forms, erase the function. But fragments of this knowledge survived. In the blueprints of ancient architecture, in the symbolism of secret societies, in oral traditions passed quietly through the centuries. And now, something is shifting. Modern science is validating what the ancients knew. Sound can heal. Geometry affects consciousness. Electromagnetic fields influence brain states. The body is a resonant instrument. At the same time, more people are seeking experiential wisdom, not dogma. They want to feel the truth in their bones. This is why the science of the temples is resurfacing, not to recreate the past, but to build new spaces and practices that support human awakening in this era. And you're already part of this wave simply by remembering. If this resonates, consider giving this video a like. It helps spread these forgotten truths. Next, we'll explore how you can apply temple principles in your modern life and why doing so can accelerate your evolution. Stay tuned. You don't need to visit ancient ruins to benefit from temple science. You can apply its principles right now in your life. Here's how. 1. Create resonant space. Your environment shapes your energy. Use sacred geometry art, flower of life, seed of life, vesica piscis, natural materials, wood, stone, metal, balanced lighting, warm, indirect light that mimics nature. 2. Work with sound. Sound is key to temple activation. Experiment with 432 Hz or 528 Hz tones, singing bowls, voice toning, simple vowel sounds chanted with intention. 3. Align with natural cycles. Temples were tuned to cosmic rhythms. You can honor this by meditating during sunrise, sunset, observing moon phases, aligning your practices with solstices and equinoxes. 4. Practice inner alignment. The ultimate temple is within. Use breathwork, meditation, and visualization to bring your energy field into coherence. And here's the secret. When you consciously engage your space and your body this way, you become a living temple, an amplifier of harmony and awareness. This is what the ancient builders aimed for, not stone monuments, but awakened humans. If you start applying even one of these principles, share your experience below. Your insights may inspire others. And if this is sparking ideas, consider subscribing. We'll explore many more practical ways to weave ancient wisdom into modern life. Next, we'll close this journey by exploring why this knowledge is returning now, and why your role in this awakening matters more than ever. Stay tuned. You've come this far, and that means something. Because the ancient temples were never about stone and ceremony alone. They were about awakening human potential. You are the temple. You are the gateway. This truth was whispered through ages, hidden beneath myths, encoded in stone. And now, it's resurfacing. Why now? Because humanity is ready. Because the world needs more coherent, awakened beings. People who understand that reality is energy, that consciousness shapes matter. You are part of this wave. Simply by remembering, by tuning your space and self, by living in harmony, you broadcast resonance. And resonance is contagious. So, explore sacred geometry. Work with sound and breath. Align your life with natural cycles. Share what you learn. Your voice matters. One aligned heart strengthens the field of many. And if this journey spoke to you, drop a comment. What part of temple wisdom resonated most? Your insight may guide another seeker. And if you wish to go further, consider liking this video and subscribing. Together, we are weaving a new pattern of awareness. Remember, the temples were built to remind us of who we are. Now, the true temple awakens in you. And this is only the beginning.